It's a real step of faith making films in New Zealand. Kirsty Cameron is a New Zealand filmmaker, and her current project is called The Garden Room. It's a documentary, shows the story of a family going through an unimaginable grief. For 2 years, Kirsty followed a Christchurch family as they grieved the loss of their baby boy who was born sleeping at full term. Kirsty, welcome to the program.
Okay, thank you so much for having me on.
Now, last time I spoke with you was a few years ago, and we talked about a project of yours, of woman going through breast cancer, Though I Walk. In fact, listeners can and viewers can still catch it on Shine on Demand. Excuse me. But you seem to be drawn to gritty topics, Kirsty. How did this particular project come about?
Yeah, I am very drawn to the hard stories. I don't quite know why, but I think that's just maybe a gift that God's given me to tell hard stories. After Though I Walk, I remember thinking, wow, that was really amazing. And I wonder how this will I do another film and what do I need to do another film? And I felt so strongly just to wait. And another story came along. So the family in the film, they're actually friends of mine, Kylie and Ben. And I met them when Kylie was about 38 weeks pregnant.
Okay.
And because I'm a filmmaker, I said to her, oh, it'd be really great. Maybe I could shoot a newborn film for you or something really special. And so that was our plan. And at the time, she knew she was being induced on a Wednesday. We had talked on the Sunday about coming up and filming at the hospital, filming the kids coming to meet baby. It was all very exciting. There was no indication of anything wrong. And then on the Wednesday, I was, watching her Facebook like a hawk, as you do when your friends are about to have a baby.
Yeah.
And I saw a photo and I thought, oh my goodness, it's happened. And then the photo was black and white, and then the text in the post was really long. And my heart just sank. And Kylie and Ben shared that they had lost their baby boy. Yeah, he was stillborn full term. And where the documentary came from, that was Kylie's incredible way of sharing about her grief on Facebook. She would post regularly, she would post raw, very insightful, very truthful posts. And I said to her, gosh, you're just the most amazing communicator. Would you ever consider sharing your testimony of losing Grayson? And it just kind of evolved from there.
Wow, that's really gutsy, isn't it?
Mm.
One thing I've learned about stillborns is that most people don't talk about it in public, do they, Kirsty?
No, it's not something that I think I've ever had a conversation with anyone about. Miscarriage maybe a little bit more, but still, no, I think it's quite a taboo topic. It's not something that people announce. And it's also really hard when you're on the outside because what do you say? What can you possibly say to someone who's gone through something so tragic? And so I think we shy away from the conversation because it's just too hard. Yeah.
And yet, when you asked her the question, she was willing. Well, the whole family, right, were willing to embrace this documentary. I mean, that's an honour and a privilege for you as a filmmaker, Kirsty.
Yeah, an incredible privilege and one that I have not lost sight of every single day, just reliving their interviews and their stories and just thinking, oh my goodness, not just for me, but just the impact that it'll have for other people. I mean, it gives families a voice that maybe have never really had their story told. And I think it will really open up conversation and it will hopefully help us who haven't been through the experience be more compassionate, maybe kind of know how to start a conversation. Yeah.
Now, I know that women can do anything, but you made this as a solo filmmaker. How was that even possible, Kirsty?
All things are possible with God. You just said it before.
Amen.
That is honestly the actual truth. I don't know how he's got me through it, but he has. I've been very lucky. I've got some talented friends who have volunteered time. I've had friends who are an amazing support crew. I meet with two people, friends of mine, maybe once every 3 weeks to review the film, and they give me their feedback. But no, it has just been me filming and editing, and it's been a journey, a very emotional journey. I won't say it's been easy, but man, I'm so blessed.
That's just so amazing. So, I mean, the cool thing is you've shot this documentary and it's been accepted to be broadcast in a number of places. You're wanting to, of course, like all filmmakers, enter it into some film festivals. But there's just a little hurdle to get over, Kirsty. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so the great thing about being a solo filmmaker is you don't have to pay anybody.
Yay.
You work in your own time, and I fit it around my work and I fit it into my weekends. But now that we're looking at a broadcast release and potentially a theatre release, I really need to bring in people who are more talented than myself, who have experience to finish the film. So that just means colouring the film. So at the moment, it all looks a bit grayed out, and working on the sound to get it so you don't have to turn your TV remote up and down every time someone talks. So I would love to hire two really incredible professionals in New Zealand. The colorist that applied has actually worked on some really big projects, which is
Oh,
very exciting. He's worked on King Kong, The Hobbit, some big name films. So I was really blown away when he said he would be honored to work on The Garden Room. So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to crowdfund. I'm basically asking for donations to help me pay these incredible professionals.
this is a real walk of faith for you, isn't it, Kirsty?
Yeah, absolutely. And probably truthfully, the first time I've really taken a big step when it comes to financials with God in my own walk. That's not something I've really had to do before, where I've gone, okay, God, that's a lot, and I'm just going to trust you for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how much do you have to raise to finish off the film, Kirsty?
Yeah, so we have to raise $20,000, so 20K. We are currently at 5,500, which is amazing, and the campaign's only been running for a couple of days, so that's
Okay.
really promising.
Encouraging.
Yeah.
As a filmmaker, are there sort of professional bodies that you can approach for funding? And I guess you've tried all those things, have you?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and any suggestions are always welcome. I am new to this. This is the first time that I've applied for funding or applied for help. I created Though I Walk with no budget. So yeah, definitely there's resources I can reach out to. There's people reaching out to me. It's a really special experience actually.
Yeah, because the more you get to talk about it on the radio and that type of thing, I mean, sometimes it just takes one person, right? They hear it and they're like, wow, I really resonate with this. This is something I want to get behind. And maybe that's you.
Yeah.
You're listening and you're thinking, I want to find out more about this. I'd like to support Kirsty and her endeavours to bring this amazing documentary. I've seen the trailer. It is a tearjerker, but I just think it's such a valid conversation to be having. And if you'd like to be part of it and find out more about it when it does come out, before it comes out, you can check it out on Facebook, The Garden Room Movie. I'll put this interview up on our website and there'll be links to it and that kind of thing too. Kirsty Cameron, so great to chat with you again today, and all the best with the project. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to click on like, subscribe, and notifications. See you next time.